invented Toll House cookies. There's a TV show called The Monkees that's on TV. How many people seen that TV show? You seen that guy, Jimmy, the guy with the long hair and the hat on? His mom was a single parent mother raising him on her own, a single parent mother doing her best to raise him because his father thought that they was not good enough. So she was an old secretary at a bank. And she saw a guy put some paint outside on the walls during Christmas time on the windows. And what happened was she made an error. He made an error, so he put something to cover it up. She went outside, got the substance, went in her kitchen, and started messing around and dangling with it. And then she invented something called whiteout. My dear friend was sitting in church. I interviewed him last. He was sitting in church on a Sunday morning, and he was bothered because the pages in the Bible and the pages in the Sunday morning hymnal would not stick together. He couldn't keep his place in the hymnal. He said, Steve, I was frustrated to sit at the choir stand at Sunday morning service, so I went to work Monday morning and asked him, can I just take some time off? And something's in my brain, I got to create it and make it work. So my dear friend, my buddy, invented something called Post-its. Some people call it stickies. He created something in his lifetime. Today we are sitting in a room with a man who has invented something that will change and impact the world. I told the young people this morning, you don't really understand who is in this room with you. You have to take advantage of this. I've never had a chance to meet Dr. King or Steve Jobs, but I had a chance to meet Al Hollingsworth. And what you're going to see, I saw it from my very eyes. When they called me on the phone and said, Steve, you've got to see this. And they told me, this system will convert air to water. I told them, impossible. I've seen almost everything. I've seen it all. I get pitches for stuff every day. People pitch me and call me, put me on your TV show, put me on your radio, introduce me to this and that, whatever. When I saw this, I didn't believe it. And they said, Mr. Hollingsworth invented it. Then I said, believable now. But I yet don't believe. How can you create something that converts air to water? This is unreal. I got on a plane, took a trip to the Church of God in Christ National Convention where my pastor, Bishop Charles E. Blake, is my pastor and presiding bishop. And I saw the mechanism from my own eyes. It converted air to water. And we served about 200 to 300 people. Fresh water. And when I went on the air live that night, I went live on the air across the world. Mr. Hollingsworth came and sat on my set, and I drank the water for myself. My mother came. People from Uganda and Kenya and Africa came, went inside this mechanism called the solar Coldbox. That when you walk inside the box, refrigeration fills your body instantly. Your body temperature changes. Your feet stick to the bottom of the grounds, and you see refrigeration, fresh water, ice cubes being made. So if someone can invent and create something that while they're digging wells and digging holes and spending money, all of us as community leaders, government officials, military person can come together and say, let's come together as one and drop a box in the middle of the world that's grid-free, that's ran by the power of the sun, generated by the energy of the Son of God. That's innovation. So I want you to just think of what you're getting ready to spend. When you watch this video presentation, I would not dare, if you have a schedule today, get ready to alter your schedule. You've got to meet him, you've got to shake his hand, you've got to text, tweet, Facebook this. I was in a room with an innovator, game changer, and he came to Las Vegas, Nevada because we feel that this city has some of the most brilliant minds in the world. Let the strip be the strip. This is the strip right here. Because of you all, the strip operates. If the power in this room come together, have the power to change the world. I'm going to show you a video right now. But before I show you this video, Dewana's going to come up behind me and get the video ready. But as you watch this video, change your mind. Watch what takes place.
It's hard to believe that something as simple as getting a clean drink of water is difficult and even deadly to do in many parts of the world. In fact, dirty water and related diseases claim the lives of 1 out of every 5 children under the age of 5. And water is just one of many problems linked to failed infrastructure. An MIT study recently showed that we currently produce enough food to solve world hunger. The tragedy is that in today's era of technology and innovation, experts estimate that over 40% of the developing world's food supply is still wasted. The UN's latest 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development Global Initiative links much of the food waste to the lack of off-grid ways to store the food in refrigerated solutions for later consumption. Introducing the groundbreaking Aldelano Solar Coldbox. This solar-powered solution provides everything to sustain a village, support disaster relief efforts, and to act as a portable off-grid electrical source available to drop in virtually any part of the world. The Solar Coldbox produces clean drinking water and ice, a large refrigerated storage unit for food, and off-grid electricity for any use.
I want you to imagine with me people that have once lost over 60% of their own food from post-harvest to market. I want you to imagine what it would be like if these small farmers with one Aldelano solar cold box could now save and preserve that waste. Welcome to a dream that has come true.
Man, it's cold in here. My feet are even sticking to the floor. Look, this fruit, frozen solid.
The Aldelano Solar Cold Box comes in multiple options. The 40-foot solar cold box ranges from sub-freezing to refrigerated.